In this lesson, we'll discuss about how we can use comments in our C programs. Comments are used in a program to describe what is actually happening in the code. It will help other programmers to read and understand your code. Now, there are two types of comments: single line comments and multi-line comments. Now, we'll discuss how we can write multi-line comments and single line comments. I'll go to this C source file. Now you can see it is the print-text.c file, and I'll go to the top of this source file and I'm going to write a comment. Now if I want to write a single line comment, I need to use 2 forward slashes and then I can start writing the comment. You can write anything in a comment because these comments are not compiled, they are actually ignored by the compiler. So here, as the first single line comment, I'll add the name of the file, which is print-text.c, and then I'll go to the next line. Now you can see here at the top of the source code, I add this single line comment, and I need to add another single line comment. Now this time I'm going to add it on the line 4, describing the preprocessor directive. So right here I'll type 2 forward slashes and then type preprocessor directive. You can see here I add the second single line comment, and then at the end, just above the return statement, I'll add terminates the program properly, like this. So 3 single line comments. Now I need to convert this first single line comment into multi-line comment. Now how do we add multi-line comments? So to convert this single line comment into multi-line comment, what I do, I'll change the second forward slash into an asterisk, like this. Now you can see the whole code now has become commented. That because we haven't defined the closing point of this multi-line comment. Now to define the closing point of the multi-line comment, we need to put asterisk and the forward slash. Now you can see here, once we put that, you can see we have a multi-line comment. Now I can spread these text like this, and maybe I can add a little bit more name, and then I'll type date, maybe like this. Type 27/11, and maybe the author as tutor by, like this. Now you can see we have 3 lines in this comment, and it is a multi-line comment. So what I do next, I'll save the file. You can see the file is saved, and then let's compile it and see. So I need to go inside the folder desktop/c/ch1, and then I need to compile it using bcc32, and the name of the file is print-text.c. You can see it's compiled. Now I can run it, print. You can see the same output is displayed. Nothing has changed, but in the source code we had a lot of multi-line comments and single line comments, but those comments are not displayed in the output. Sometimes comments are useful to ignore certain lines that you have already entered. For example, this 10th line, if I want to ignore this, I can simply put 2 forward slashes at the beginning of this line. So I converted that line into a comment. So now we know comments are ignored by the compiler, so that line will be ignored by the compiler. So I'll save the file and recompile it, and I run it. You can see now I can't see that line here. So likewise, comments are useful when we are writing the code. We can describe the content of the source code, and also sometimes we can use comments when we are debugging, maybe to ignore certain lines of codes, maybe a single line of code or maybe multi-line of codes. So don't hesitate to use comments in your codes. It'll be very descriptive when you use them, and it'll help others to understand your code properly.